Hey guys, it's Matej, and I want to ask you a question. Have you ever experienced those restless nights when you are at 3 a.m., you're laying down in your bed, you cannot sleep, you're looking at the ceiling and you're just wondering, pondering, analyzing what you're doing wrong? What am I doing wrong in business? Why can't I scale like my competitors? Why is it that even though I'm implementing the best strategies, I'm putting in 100% effort every single day in what I am doing, my income still stays the same, or even worse, is dropping? I used to make way more a couple of months ago and now I'm making just half of that. Why is this happening? And meanwhile, the people that are in my market, in my niche, my competitors are making 2, 3, 4 times more than me while working less, enjoying their business more, implementing the worst strategies, working dumber than me, and it just doesn't make sense. How can I, the person that puts 100% effort every single day, gets less results than the person that puts 50% effort every single day? Why is this happening? And why am I losing income? Why am I staying the same? Will I lose it all in the future? Is this sustainable? Is my business sustainable in the future, or is this going to fail? Will I lose it all? Will I go back to my old life? What if I go back to my old life? And you just start pondering and pondering upon these thoughts, and from 3 a.m. it goes to 5 a.m. and now you lost sleep and you just are doubting yourself. So the next morning you wake up feeling like shit a bit, because one, you didn't sleep, of course, but second of all, because you don't have that fire in you, you don't have that energy that pulls you towards the thing that you want. You don't have that belief that you can move mountains. You don't have that conviction that what you're doing is correct. You are not programmed for conquest in what you are trying to do in your business. And the feeling that you might lose it all, or the feeling that you don't know everything that there is to know about this stuff or about scaling, and the feeling that you might not be as good as you can be, are actually super damaging when it comes to scaling your business. And I have experience, because I've scaled over 100 plus entrepreneur and generated over $21 million in client revenue this year alone, and I started just at 8 months. You can scale fast. The only thing that's keeping you down are your beliefs. And this is the topic of the video: how your beliefs impact your subconscious mind, and how your subconscious mind takes 95% of your decisions. So if your beliefs don't match what you want, so let's say your monthly target, then you cannot achieve your monthly target. So I will solve these problems, these 3 a.m. problems, and give you an explanation of why this is all happening. I'm gonna go into neuroscience and metaphysics, so be sure to watch carefully, take some notes if you are that type of person. I've never been the person to take notes, just don't like them. I just like to raw dog it, so hey. But yeah, let's get into it. So first of all, you need to understand why your income is stagnating or dropping, and why do you have that fear of losing. So every single person, let me draw a person right here. This is you, this is me, this is everyone. We all have beliefs. Beliefs form our reality. Whatever the subconscious mind, which is a part in your brain, believes to be true about the world, will be true about the world. So I might believe that there are no opportunities around me, I cannot grow my business because I'm in a different country or whatever, there are no opportunities for me because I'm too young or whatever, and I will be correct. You might believe that there's an abundance of opportunities. If you were in my shoes, and you'd be correct. Every single person has their own little world. Even though we are sharing the same planet, we all live in different worlds because of our beliefs. So if we don't change our beliefs to match the reality that we want to be in, then we can never achieve our desired reality, because the beliefs will contradict what we want to get. You cannot expect to have an abundance of opportunities around you if you don't believe this is possible. And this happens because of 2 reasons. There is a part in your brain called the reticular activating system. What does this reticular activating system do? Basically, if you place your attention on something, you will actively look for it in your day-to-day life. So if you concentrate on what can go wrong in your business, then you'll constantly spot ways to sabotage yourself because, oh, this isn't right, this isn't right, this isn't right, and you're just sabotaging your growth instead of looking for opportunities and ways to grow your business. You're just looking now for ways to sabotage your business. What is going wrong? Oh, this is going wrong, this is going to fail. So you'll actively seek to fail. You are implementing these beliefs via attention. Now, there's another thing. Imagine you are looking to buy a pair of a polo, black polo. Now that you are concentrating of buying a black polo, you'll start seeing black polos everywhere because your brain filters out all the other t-shirts and is constantly looking for that black polo. How can we use this to our advantage, and how can we be aware that this is happening so it doesn't destroy our business? Instead of looking for you to fail, look for ways to win. It's that simple. And if you don't believe it is this simple, that's a negative belief in of itself. Thinking that something needs to be super complicated in order to be true is just a belief that you have about the world, because I like keeping things super simple, and this is why I have the best client results in the info space, right? So fast, so easy. Simplicity. I don't need to overcomplicate things, I need to make them simple. Simplicity makes the money, complexity just sounds nice. So instead of you looking for ways to sabotage yourself, look for ways to improve. It's that simple. Place your attention on what you want to happen, not on what you don't want to happen. And there is a metaphysical part of it. Where attention goes, energy flows. The currency of the universe is energy. Everything is made out of energy. I am made out of energy. This whiteboard is made out of energy. You are made out of energy. Everyone is made out of energy. And you don't pay the universe with cash. You don't pay it with Bitcoin. You don't pay it with whatever else. You just pay it with your energy. So if you place your attention on what you don't want to happen, you're basically paying the universe to give you more of that thing, because you are giving your energy towards that thing. So think of it like a social media algorithm. You know, you have TikTok, Instagram. If you constantly like cat videos on your For You page, then you'll get more and more cat videos appearing on your For You page, because the algorithm wants to keep you trapped and brain rot you, of course. But a twist is that you can secretly hate watching cat videos. If you keep interacting them and placing your attention upon them, you'll still see cat videos because you are placing your attention upon them. It doesn't know what your intention is, it just knows where your attention is going. And it's the same thing with the universe. You can hate cat videos, you will want to see business videos, but if you see a business video and you swipe past it, you'll never see business videos, you'll only see cat videos, because this is where your attention is being placed. Makes sense? It makes sense. So, analyze and concentrate, make the conscious decision of placing your attention on what you do want to happen. Place your attention on what is going right. Place your attention on what you do want to happen. I cannot stress this enough, because one, you trigger this part in your brain that's constantly looking for opportunities or whatever you feed it, and two, your energy is being directed towards that thing. So instead of focusing on losing, focus on winning. That's simple. Super simple. Now, back to beliefs. Beliefs influence us negatively because they form our identity. If I have negative beliefs around what I do, I will adopt the identity of a person that's, let's say, a really good example, winners and losers. If I have limiting beliefs about myself, oh, I cannot do that, I cannot do that, I cannot do that, which may be because the people around me pushed these beliefs into me, or because I, as a person, experienced certain stuff that make me believe this was true. I go really in depth with my clients in this so I can totally shatter their limiting beliefs, because this is the number one reason why people get stuck in their business or they have their income drops, because their beliefs doesn't match their desired realities. There's a huge thing, I can speak for this for hours, but to give you a concise thing, if you have beliefs that form an identity that you don't want to adopt, then it's just retarded, right? Because you have the beliefs of being a loser. Then your identity will be one of a loser. Oh, I'm a loser. So you'll constantly look for ways to lose, to prove to yourself that you are right. A person that is a loser will actively sabotage himself in order to prove to himself that because he's a loser, because he wants to be right. He wants to be right. He wants to get that ego boost even though it's to his own detriment. He will sabotage himself unconsciously because 95% of our decisions come from our subconscious mind, and he will sabotage himself in order to prove to himself that he's a loser and haha, I was right, I couldn't do it. You know those people when they start a business, you give them a really good business plan and they're like, yeah, but it won't work for me. And guess what? It doesn't work for them, and then they come to you and say to you like, ha ha ha, I told you. Do you want to be correct or do you want to make money? It's as simple as that, you know? Optimists make money, pessimists sound smart. Now, let's take this and extrapolate it to a business perspective. Imagine you are stuck at $20,000–$30,000 per month. You adopted the identity of an entrepreneur making $20,000–$30,000 per month. What will you do? You'll constantly sabotage yourself to only stay at $20,000–$30,000 per month because this is what you trained your mind to be at. In order to break past that plateau or get back to where you were before, you have to adopt the identity of a person that is already there. So you need to be living from the finish line. How do you do it? You adopt the beliefs of the person that is at the finish line. You feel like you are already at the finish line because emotion is energy, and what is the number one currency of the universe? Energy. So you pay with your energy, you pay with your emotions. If you constantly feel like you are rich or you are at that $100,000 per month, one, you'll stop caring about hitting $100,000 per month. You'll just do the work for the love of the game because you actually enjoy it. This is who you are. You'll stop caring about it. You'll feel like it. Your subconscious mind will believe that you are at $100,000 per month because the way to access your subconscious mind is via emotion. So everything will go right with just two things: feeling, placing your attention, and having the right beliefs. It is this simple. You don't need to overcomplicate it. And you might have a lot of beliefs that you don't know that is ruining your business. So for example, that money is hard to make. Money is hard to make is a belief probably instilled in your brain, in your subconscious mind, without you even knowing. People around you told you like, oh, money is hard. You need to work extremely hard to make money. You need to suffer to make money. These are all beliefs that don't make you make money as fast as you want. And the thing is that it is correct, but it is correct because you believe it is correct. All truths are but half-truths. Nothing in reality is true other than what the subconscious mind is true. And I'm not saying if you jump from a building and you believe you won't die, you won't die. No, that is a universal law. If I jump and you jump, we will both die. This is a universal truth. But if I believe that I need to work extremely hard to make money and I need to suffer and I need to go to pains and challenges and obstacles in order to make money, then reality will make me go through these steps in order to get rich. So even though I might have a simple path towards where I want, I will constantly sabotage myself so I can prove to myself that I overcame that belief of, oh, look, I struggled, I worked extremely hard, I overcame all these obstacles, now I feel worthy of being at $100,000 per month. And instead, you can just say like, $100,000 per month is easy, I'm already at $100,000 per month. You do the same work as me, who doesn't believe that it's easy to make $100,000 per month, it will make it much more easier, much more smoother. Of course, if you want to suffer and have pains and have stories, I get that as well, but hey, I'm talking to the people that want to stop having those 3 a.m. thoughts with themselves. Oh, what if I lose it all? What if I don't make it? What if this is unsustainable? Blah, 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 blah. These are all bullshits. These are beliefs that you instill in yourself. And what the subconscious mind believes to be true will be true in your reality. So I hope you get how important your beliefs are. If you don't change your limiting beliefs, your reality will never change. Your beliefs, right? Your beliefs, I hope you like that I write in cursives, right? Create your identity. Your identity creates your reality. Or if you want to have it in a metaphysical way, beliefs, right, create your frequency. Your frequency is influenced by your beliefs. And frequency is immaterialized reality. So you have to step into the frequency of you that is already at the finish line. So you have the beliefs of you that is already at the finish line, so you can get there. Some people do this unconsciously, but some people have it consciously. This is why it's super good to be aware of this stuff. If you are aware of how you can play the game, then you have an advantage over the people that don't know how to play the game. The point I'm trying to make, if you have a step-by-step plan on how you can change your limiting beliefs, how you can destroy your limiting beliefs, how you can enter in the identity of you that is already where you want to be. Doesn't matter if your income drops from making 100K to making 10K. You can bounce back to 150K super easily. Super easily. So if you have a step-by-step formula on how you can do this, you have protocols before you do certain activities to put you in the identity of that person, to constantly remind you. You have accountability. You do this every single day consistently for about 8 weeks. Then, bouncing back and making way more than you used to make before, or breaking that plateau, will become super easy. And of course, even though you might be on a rise, if you want to have a bigger rise and unlock your full potential, this is the way as well. It's a good thing to be aware of, and if you want to learn from the best and get results like my clients, I will pop some of them on the right here. I hope I don't forget. Right here. I have countless success stories. I have a guy that closed a 15 million euro deal. Pop it right here. I have a 17-year-old girl that went from making $10,000 per month and being stuck at $10,000 per month to making $40,000 per month. I have a guy, Julian, who used to make $60,000 per month and now he's making $160,000 per month. I know a guy, Iman, that used to make $30,000 per month, then he dropped back to $10,000 per month and he's now making $50,000 per month. Pop the screenshot right here, and many more. Oh, Javier, who was stuck at making $20,000 per month for months on months with his AI agency, and now he's making $100,000 per month in just 3 months. Crazy transformations, and many more. You can go to my Instagram, go to clients, and just tap and see all of them, or the majority of them, and you can add them up and see that it's 21 million if you don't believe me. Anyway, if you want to work for the best, with the best, right? One-on-one, everything that I do is one-on-one and completely personalized, because this is just super broad information. It's super broad information. If you want to apply it, you need it personalized to you, because your beliefs might not be my beliefs, and etc, etc. You need a custom perspective. Click the link down below, book in a call with me, but only if you are doing at least $10,000 per month, because it's an expensive program. Value my time, value your time. Don't book in if you are not ready to invest. I'm sure you understand the value of it. If you are, I will be really glad to help you up, figure something out, and yeah, this was the video.